I want to get some practice in with you guys. So here are some different practice problems. I'm giving you time to work through, and each one of these you've covered the rules on. There are some tricks present. If I tricked you, that's okay. This is practice. So this is the time where I'm going to trick you. It's all good. So first up, we have zinc 2 nitrite. So zinc 2 is 2+ charge. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to be bashful not talking to me today? Hey, who am I?
Dada.
Well, come give me a hug. Come on. Come give me loves. Oh, I want good loves. I want the best loves. You get better loves than that. Give me a kiss. Mwah. I love you.
I love you.
I love you more.
I love you.
Your eyes are puffy.
Are they?
Girl, you are definitely going to have to start allergy medicine today. This one's bad, is it?
Oh.
It's alright. Real tip order. Hi, I love you.
I love you.
I love you most. Good mama. Hey, you love mama?
You let Dada hold on to this today?
That's better.
Take it.
Hannah, I love you.
I love you.
Alright, so zinc has a 2+ charge. Then we have to think of nitrite, but we don't have nitrate to memory. What we have to memory is nitrate. And nitrate is NO3 negative. But I know the rule that nitrite ends in ite, which means it's one less oxygen than 8. So that's NO2 negative. So the 1 comes down for the zinc, the 2 comes over for the nitrate. We get ZN. Parentheses, we have to put the nitrite in parentheses because I need 2 of them. If you do not have nitrite in parentheses, then you are saying 22 oxygens, not 2 nitrites. Very important. Next one. I give you calcium. This is a trick. The reason this is a trick is calcium can be the element, so Ca, but it also can be the cation. We're not really sure, so Ca2+. Why I got this opportunity, I want to clarify this to you. The truth of it is there might be some professors that are not going to trick you like this, and they'll be like, well, it's just calcium by itself, so it's just the element. Cool. I'm doing this on the off chance that you end up with one of those 5% chemistry professors out there in the world that sit in their office and think, how can I make a kid fail a quiz? So I am preparing you. Careful. Sodium hydroxide. You guys okay? Y'all are like super quiet. I mean, 5th period's always been the more like loud bunch, but you guys are just like.
Can't think of anything besides that. So.
Okay. Sodium hydroxide. So sodium's Na, comes from the first column, so has a +1 charge. Hydroxide is a polyatomic ion. So hydroxide is OH negative. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, which means NaOH.
No, I was kind of right on that.
Oh, okay. Give you a paper with scribble.
Let's hear this. Let's move everything around.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's funny.
He's hiding and out over here now.
Huh?
When you walk in the door, it's all the way over here instead of right here.
Okay. What's what?
Oh, here's your code.
Everything go good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems.
You see what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like it's like it's not holding it back as much.
Mm-mm.
So, a lot better.
Yeah.
Happy it worked good.
I'm just glad it's fixed.
Me too. Hey.
I told you I thought it was here.
I know, I'm sorry, I apologize. Hey,
What?
you look really cute today, by the way.
Thank you. Did you see my shirt?
I did. I love your pants.
Thank you.
Love you, beautiful.
Love you. Have a good day.
You have a great day.
Let's get back to the lecture, please.
God, I'm blessed, man. Carbon trioxide. So here's the thing, you come from the word, you get the tri, so tri. It's spelled out for me at prefixes, so there's nothing with the first one, which means it's just one, because the first one never gets mono. And then oxide is O.
Oh my god, I got that one out.
Yeah, babe.
I've got 2 out of 4 right so far.
Hey, you got 50.
That's not bad.
That's what I average on the test.
Next up. So I have iron, phosphorus, and oxygen. There's 3 elements. Since I have 3 elements, it means there is a polyatomic ion. I find the polyatomic ion. It's PO2. So PO2, what polyatomic ion do I have that normally has phosphorus and oxygen in it? Is phosphate, which is PO4, 3 negative. So in this case, I notice that I have iron bonded to this polyatomic ion. Iron is a transition metal, which means I need the stock system.
Oh my god.
So I name the ions. So I have iron, parentheses, because I gotta find that charge. Now I have to name the polyatomic ion that is paired with it. I make a comparison between phosphate and this. It's 2 fewer oxygens, which tells me hypo phosphite. But now I have to find the charge of this iron. So to find the charge of it, I look at the charge of the polyatomic ion, which is -3. So -3 times how many of those hypophosphites do I have? 1. Gives me a -3 overall charge. The overall negative and the overall positive charges are equal since there is no overall charge shown. So we change the sign to +3 and divide by how many iron we have, which is 1. Gives me a +3, so I have iron 3 hypophosphite. Next one. What'd you guys get on this?
Hydrogen.
Good job! It's a trick.
So 7 diatomic.
One of the 7 diatomics. Hey, pat yourselves on the back. Y'all are getting it. I mean, I've only tricked you like 29 times now with the diatomics. I'm impressed. Next up, C3O6. So I have carbon and oxygen. That is 2. Got it? 2 elements. Since I have 2 elements, do I have an overall charge? No. Since there is no overall charge, I move down. I have to identify the type of bond. What type of bond forms between carbon and oxygen? Carbon is a nonmetal, oxygen is a nonmetal. 2 nonmetals will form a covalent bond. We use prefixes. So it's tri-carbon.
Oh my god.
Oh, excuse me.
Hexoxide.
Hex oxide.
That makes me so upset.
I wasn't for sure which one you think
I thought covalent was the one where you don't use the prefix on the first one, but I was wrong. Done.
Alright, next up, strontium and oxygen. 2 elements, no overall charge. Move down, identify the type of bond. Strontium is a metal. Oxygen is a nonmetal, so it's ionic. So I gotta look at strontium and determine, is it a transition metal? Strontium is not, comes from the second column. Since it says second column has fixed charge, I just name the ions. Strontium oxide.
Oh my god. Does that make me 3 for 10 at this point?
Now move to the last column. On our last column, I have fluoride. Since I have fluoride, F negative. Because it ends in IDE, means it's not the element bonded to itself, so it's not the diatomic. The IDE ending tells me that it is an anion. Magnesium. Trick. Can be the element, can also be the cation.
Well, I got the trick, I just didn't
Woo!
put it wrong.
Bromine. We got
Same thing as
I would like the same thing pretty much BR, so
It's BR2.
BR2 is a diatomic, ends in INE.
which ones are the diatomics?
It's hydrogen, and then you start at nitrogen and make a 7. So nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. David.
That's how smart I am. For all the ones that are like, it can be Mg or Mg with like a 2 positive charge or whatever, I accidentally put the 2 at the bottom, signifying 2 of them, so I actually got that one right because I messed up. I put Br with the 2 at the bottom when I meant to put it at the top to signify it can be less than small, so yeah.
All good, man. All right, lead 4 oxalate. So, lead 4, that's Pb4 plus. Oxalate. What is oxalate?
Oh no, I didn't do it.
C2.
O4 is 2 negative.
Thank you. All right, so if you look at this, you can do the cross method. You can bring the 2 down for the lead and the 4 over for the oxalate. But here's the thing, 2 and 4. You can simplify this out. So you can automatically jump to PB, parentheses, C2O4 in parentheses 2. If you do the cross method, you'll get PB2, parentheses, C2O4 in parentheses 4, and then, excuse me, you'll have to simplify it out to where it just lines up with the 2. Questions?
Why is the star system so much worse than the others?
Really not.
I mean, you
It's
got
just you weren't here.
cross multiplication at some point in there.
Yeah, it's just you weren't here. It's because you have a puzzle. You have to figure out the charge on the transition metal. Any questions? Nope. All right. New rule. All right, so you guys have done oxyanion nomenclature, but now today you're going to learn oxyacid nomenclature. So the key thing that you have to know here is an acid is a compound that gives off H plus ion in solution. So they have hydrogen as the first element. And to set the rule up for this, as I told you, do a box like we did the other day.
So H positive, yeah.
Yep. It's hydride. Process that is done, you'll learn later on, hopefully. We've missed so much school, I don't know if I'll make it to acids this year. That was the goal, we were gonna make it, but the big one is, it's called protonation. They say that they give off protons. The reason for that is H plus, hydrogen's lost its electron, so it's really just a proton.
So the H, that's the first element. Is that supposed to be the? So the H. So this.
Alright, so the first column is literally just the polyatomic ion, prefix and suffix setup. And the reason for this, oxyacid comes from oxyanion. So to make an oxyanion an acid, all we have to do is add hydrogen to the front. So to do this, we have the rule of pyruvate, rudate, rudite, and hyporudite. I'm not going to repeat the whole process that we went through the other day. That rudate is the root, and then you add oxygen, blah, blah, blah. You have to combine both rules with this, which can make it difficult. But here's the change. When you come to the next column, everything stays the same but the ending. So we'll still have per root, root, and hyporoot. You will hear me refer to this 1,000 times. Ic, 8 will become ic acid, and then ite will become us acid. In other words, perrutate becomes perrutic acid. Rutate becomes rutic acid. Rutite becomes rutous acid. And hyporutite becomes hyporutous acid.
So A is ic.
Ite is us. Examples that you'll see with it. So remember back, we did perchlorate, chlorate, chlorite, hypochlorite. So we change those now to where we will get perchloric acid, then we get chloric acid, then we got chlorous acid, and we'll end with hypochlorous acid. The trick to this, whenever you're trying to figure these formulas out, take your acid ending and revert back. So your ic acids and us acids, take it back to ate and ite and follow that rule. So perchloric acid comes from perchlorate. Use that oxyanion rule to figure out that perchlorate is ClO4 minus. Now you have the polyatomic ion. To get it to an acid, you have to have hydrogen as the first element. So we add the hydrogen in, and here's the key. Whatever the charge is on the polyatomic ion is the number of hydrogens we add. So now I have one hydrogen there, the charge goes away. So chloric acid comes from chlorate. So chlorate is ClO3 minus. I want to make it into the acid. I add the hydrogen. Take the charge away. Chlorous acid is ClO2 minus. I add the hydrogen, charge goes away. Then I have hypochlorous acid. So hypochlorous acid is ClO minus. I add the hydrogen, charge goes away. So how this is useful to us? How is this useful? So let's say you have some like sulfuric acid. I use this one as an example because it's the one that doesn't exactly follow the rule because we have to put the ur back. But sulfuric acid, take the ic acid away. So you end up with like sulfate. So 8, that's SO4, 2 negative. Well, we have ic acid. So we want the acid, so we have to have hydrogen first. So you add the hydrogen in. How many hydrogens do you add? What's the charge? 2. So it's 2 hydrogens. Take the charge away.
So the hydrogen replaces the charge to make it an acid.
Yes. Now, I know this may seem complex to you. It is. There's a lot to it. Here's what I have. I have good news for you. Tomorrow, we will do the final rule. Best of all, the final rule is easy. Because here's how this also works. HNO3. Well, I have no idea what this is, so let's work backwards. I have 1 hydrogen, which means put the negative back. So now I look at this, NO3 negative, that's nitrate. But this is the acid. So when I look at the acid, 8 becomes ic acid. So it's nitric acid. Reminder to you, we'll do that final rule and we're going to do practice tomorrow. We will practice, 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 okay? Please do not feel overwhelmed. You can do this. The second one is easy, I promise you. I mean, the last one's easy. The second one is an acid rule also. If you don't believe me, ask the kids that had me last year, tell them we're doing binary acids tomorrow. Levi.